Okay, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us his truth. Salutes to the brothers, teaching his word to the hopeful elect in truth and sincerity. This video is a response to this video that I seen of Tiffany Haddish on Vlad TV. The title of it is Tiffany Haddish, I hope aliens come and give black people superpowers. And I watched this video and it's an interesting video. And my response, man, I'm gonna get the scriptures because that's what we're here to do. You know, is what she's saying, you know, what's the biblical aspect? All right, because according to the scriptures, the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? Who they call so-called blacks, right? We are the chosen people of the Lord. Now, it is prophecy that we are going to be delivered from our captivity as slaves underneath the nations and delivered from the land of America, which is Babylon, right? And all the places around the world where we've been scattered. So it's interesting, right? Because we understand now, just, you know, another point, Tiffany Haddish, right? She is an Israelite, but she's, you know, she's bugged out. She's not fully, you know, in the, she don't really have the faith, man. But we know that she's been listening to the Hebrew Israelites. We know a lot of these celebrities, Ice Cube, Nick Cannon, all these different celebrities, Kendrick Lamar, they all know about the Hebrew Israelites, right? Because we're in that time of awakening, right, where this truth is being proclaimed all over the world, man, right? The true knowledge of the Holy Bible. So dealing with that point that she said that she hopes that, hey, that, you know, so-called black people get aliens come and give them powers, man, superpowers. Hey, well, let's get it in the scriptures, because in a roundabout way, that's basically what's really going to take place, right? But it's not aliens, it's the angels. That's what are in those so-called UFOs. All right, so let me start with Wisdom of Solomon. All right, in the Holy Bible, King James, all right, it says, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Who is this talking about? The Israelites, right? So-called black man, Hispanic, Latino, Native American, Indian. Our people, the 12 tribes. We've been in slavery. We've been oppressed. All our works and efforts, our inventions, everything that we contribute is overlooked, right? We keep society and this world turning. We keep things going, right? We are the entertainment, the innovators, the inventors. All right, we are a holy people unto the Lord. So now you have the hopeful elect, the chosen of the Lord, that are awakened to this knowledge of who they are, their true heritage, that we're not black, and we're not all these slave terms and bywords, these false terms they put on us, but we are the Israelites. We are now having the hopeful elect all over the world, in camps, on the highways, street preaching, teaching the word, the truth, and spreading this truth of the gospel. All right, and they're seeing it. Our enemies, the heathen nations, so-called white man, which are the Edomites, all these nations that are against us, they're seeing it. Right now, these Edomites, they're the ones ruling in these last days, and they're terrified, right? Because we are in the spirit of the Lord, and speaking this truth, right, boldly, telling these nations their judgment, telling the Edomites that they're gonna pay for all the slavery and all the oppression that is happening unto us. All right, all these nations will get their judgment. So it says, all right, and made no account of our labors, because yeah, they had us in slavery. All of that labor that we did on the plantations, cotton fields, and sugar plain plantations with no pay, hey, even everything we do here, they overlook, and we have nothing to show for it, right? So it says when they see it, meaning this prophecy, when it comes to pass, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So yeah, they know that now the time is short and they're going to have to pay for everything, all the ill and wicked deeds and everything and all the evil that's happened to the Lord's chosen people. There's going to be a judgment for it. So now they're seeing it. It says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. So what is going to be so strange about the salvation of the Israelites in these last days? All right, what they refer to as aliens, what they call so-called UFOs, are actually the angels in the chariots of the Lord. Those so-called UFO sightings, those what they call UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, the new term that they're using now, because the government are actually saying that yeah, there are UFO sightings and they are real, and the increasing reports of them is true, and the military is there, they've been seeing them, right? You have Donald Trump that has now a space force, right, and weaponizing space because they understand that there is a force out there, but that force is in the scriptures talked about as the angels of the Lord. Okay, the chariots of the Lord are 20,000, right? Thousands of angels, and even the Lord is among them, right? That's the book of Psalm 68. So that's what's going to be so strange about it, because you're going to have what they would call an invasion of this earth. All right, the Lord is going to return with an army of angels and spiritual vehicles, chariots of the Lord, and they're going to deliver and pick up the elect that are scattered all over the world. That's going to be our salvation, right, from our slavery and oppression in this wicked kingdom. So they're not looking for that. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be amazed. It's going to be so strange because they thought that only happens in movies, and they thought it was only green men. But in actual fact, the angels of the Lord are so-called black men, so-called Negroes, dark-skinned beings with afros and woolly beards. All right. So verse 3 says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Yeah, they always have their stereotypes of our people, that we're nobody, we're nothing, we're low, we're dirty, we're not the chosen. All right, they always have their slanders against us. All right. So they're going to be, they know they're going to be in trouble. They're going to just be, and they know that they're going to have to pay for how they treat us, for everything they've done, all the past history. That's going to come back to haunt them. The tables are going to turn. It says, we fools accounted his life madness. They're going to call themselves fools. How did we not see that these are the chosen people of the Lord? And we call them niggers, and we call them servants and lowlifes and thugs and gangsters and even they're gonna just call themselves fools, man. All right, they thought that we were gonna be account to nothing. It says, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? Yeah, because they usually say a debtor in jail, man, or they say we just gonna be in poverty in the same condition at the bottom of society forever. But the Lord is gonna return in these last days and bring us back to our royal estate above all nations. All right, because we are the saints, the children of Israel. All right, so let's get this scripture in Revelations, because this is all prophesied to take place in our lifetime. We see the signs, we know we're in that time. All right, prophecy is key in these end days. All right, this is Revelations 2:25. But that which you have already hold fast till I come. So this awakening of the knowledge of the scriptures, the truth and the understanding and wisdom that the hopeful elect has been gifted through the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. We gotta remain with this truth, continuing on the highways and byways and doing the videos and pushing this work forward, right? Until who? The return of the Lord, right? And the Lord, the Son of God, Son of the Most High, he is a so-called black man according to the Revelations, the first chapter, right? And that's another amazement that these nations are gonna see, right? Because they've been told the lies that the Lord that looks like a pale-faced Edomite. All right. So it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, because what's going to happen unto the end? Tribulation is going to be struggles, all right? There's going to be a collapse of society. There's going to be the chip, mark of the beast. There's going to be famines, earthquakes, wars, World War III, all these things that are taking place. So we got to overcome this through our faith, right? And doing the work with faith. It says to him, so to those elect, 144,000, all right, the elect, the chosen of the Lord, to him will I give power over the nations. So power is a reward. We're going to be rewarded power for enduring, right? And power comes in different forms, right? Because we are not only going to have authority and rule over the nations, but the Lord has promised us spiritual powers also, right? Because to restore us back to our status as gods, right? Which is a power. So we're going to rule over these nations, right? It says, and he shall rule over them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So the Lord himself is going to receive this from the Heavenly Father. And the elect men that endure the sufferings and overcome, they're going to be joint heirs with the Lord and receive this reward also, right? We're going to get that justice and payback for all the oppression and the violence and all the ill, wicked deeds that happen unto us. We're going to get justice for that. All right. And the Lord has promised us spiritual powers. Now let's get that, because that's what Tiffany Haddish was talking about. And this is how we know that these celebrities, they watch the Hebrew Israelites. All right. Because why would she just have that train of thought? Why would that thought be in her mind? She heard it from somewhere, and she heard it from the great millstone Israelites, man. Starting from our apostles. Right, that's been preaching this word. So we're in the end times, man, because this gospel's being spread all over the world. And that's how we know that the end is coming. All right, and that's the thing. You nations are going to see the salvation of the Lord's elect. All right, and spiritual powers is a part of that. That's going to happen. So this is Isaiah 40 and verse 29. It says, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Because we're in poverty, right? We're weakened. We're in these sinful bodies, this flesh of sin. Right? We're corruptible, right? We can suffer pain. We can get disease and sicknesses, right? So ultimately we get tired because this is in our strength. We're not in our full strength. So the Lord is going to increase the men of the Lord. Right? The elect are going to get power. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. So how are we going to rule over these nations if we're in this weakened state? The Lord is going to change us, all right? The first Corinthians 15 says that there's going to be a change. We're going to be changed in a blink of an eye. So it says, but they, which is the point now, they that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, the holy names of the Lord and his son, shall renew their strength, right? We're going to be refreshed. The Lord's going to change us in a blink of an eye, and we're going to be changed, and we're going to receive power and strength. It says, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. And eagles, when they mount up with wings, that's when they fly. So the elect men, the brothers, the Lord is going to give the elect the ability to fly without wings. We're going to have that power to do so, to push up out of, to our atmosphere, flying high. We're going to have that power. So that's what Tiffany Haddish was saying. She hopes that the aliens come and give black people superpowers to fly. So the so-called white man and these other nations are going to see how bad they treated us. And they're going to want to fly too, but they're not going to get that power. This is for the elect. This is for the Israelites. All right. So yeah, in a roundabout way, what Tiffany Haddish said, she didn't have the full knowledge and the truth of what she was saying, but that's what we teach. All right, the Bible teaches that's prophecy, and that's gonna happen. So it says, they shall mount up with wings as eagles, they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So all those superhero movies that you see where they're running with super speed and they don't get tired, they can keep going. Hancock and Superman, and they can fly and do all of these superpowers. That's what's going to be happening in the earth. That's what's soon going to take place. You're going to see so-called black men, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you're going to see the Israelites, the elect, have these powers. All right, and that's prophecy. So I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, it was edifying. And with that, I'll say shalom.